Hey guys, what is up? It is SSD Middleman here with Guides for Us All, and Update 18.5 was just released in Warframe, so I'm going to be talking about some of the big things that were released and some of the things that I found quite interesting. So first off, there is the new Warframe Inaros, along with his new quest, the Sands of Inaros, which can be started by talking to Katir at a relay. So, very interesting. I can't wait to try out this Warframe. I'll have a video on him and on his new quest sometime very soon. We've also got some new enemies, the Feral Cavet, which you can find in derelict missions. As you can see here, I'm fighting one. It's interesting to have cats in Warframe. It is definitely interesting. We've got the Hayeka, which is a Grineer-enhanced cavet, which is used to hunt infested, and the Hayeka Master, which will summon a Hayeka. This replaces Drac Masters on Phobos, and you can also find it on Grineer missions where infested are involved as well. So, pretty interesting, cool new enemies. I also hear you'll be able to have a cavet as a pet sometime in the near future, so I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. Then we have 3 new weapons, all having to deal with infestation. First off, we have the Mutilus Cernos, which is a Cernos bow with poisonous contagion effects once you shoot it. We have the Dual Toxicist, which are these dual weapons that headshots release toxic munitions. At least that's what the description of the weapon says. I haven't gotten to use it myself. Seems interesting. And then we have the Legion, which is a polearm, staff-looking infested weapon. I don't know much about this weapon either, but I'll probably cover these guys in a future video as well. They look very interesting. Now, we've also got a lot of other new stuff, including the Xiphos, which is a new landing craft that provides sentry gun air support. I'm not exactly sure what that means, if it means that it'll shoot enemies or it'll spawn a sentry gun in front of you. I really don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out. And we've also got 2 new Cyandanas. I never knew how to pronounce that. We've got the Abrasis Cyandana and the Celestia Cyandana, so very cool. We've also got a new helmet for Inaros, the Inaros Anubis helmet. A new color palette called the Dojo color palette, which is inspired by the pigment colors you can get in your dojo, and some new profile icons, including the Palatine Rhino, Nemesis Nyx, and the new limited time Corpus icons. Now, some new features and ease of access things have been added in the game as well, including the randomizer, which you can access by going to your arsenal and clicking edit and then randomize, which will give you a completely random loadout depending on the gear that you own. Very interesting. I think this could make for some pretty fun Warframe videos in the future. We've also got search bars added in the arsenal, the foundry, and trading submenus, which will make looking for certain things a lot easier instead of having to scroll through your absurd amount of gear that you've obtained. We also can equip sigils on our operators, which is a nifty little feature. Not too important, but nifty. Also, when you complete a mission after obtaining a mod you do not have in your collection, it will have new next to it. So, not a super important change, but I feel like this will make mod collecting and gameplay a little more enjoyable, especially for newer players, so they can really see they're collecting new stuff. Then, Cimerus also has 2 new mods for us to get with his special little syndicate points. We have the Health Conversion mod. The effect is picking up an 8 health orb will grant up to 450 armor. You can get 3 stacks of this at a time. Once you take damage, it will consume a stack after a 2-second period. So it seems like a pretty decent mod, actually. Up to 450 armor. That is a huge armor buff. And then, of course, we have the Energy Conversion mod, which causes, once you pick up an energy orb, it will grant 50% more power strength to your next ability cast. So 2 very interesting mods. I don't know if they will ever actually see gameplay in any serious builds, but some fun builds could definitely use these. Just very, very interesting mods, and that's what I like to see added into Warframe. Then we have the Reactor Sabotage 2.0, which is a complete overhaul of the sabotage missions. We have a few new tiles. We have more diverse objectives, which are really nice. The one I just tried out to get the footage for this video was actually really fun. It was a bit longer than the sabotage missions we've known in the past, but I found it a lot more enjoyable. There are more objectives to go to. The tile sets didn't feel so empty like they did before with Sabotage, where you just run through a bunch of empty tile sets to the one room. Now you go to several rooms, collect these objectives, blow up the actual core. It's really fun. There are also resource caches added into the mission for you to collect, much like Void Sabotage missions, which is pretty cool. We also have an Orican Moon tile set expansion, which is great for people who love playing on the moon. We also have a chat update, one of my favorite parts of this update. There's a complete visual rehaul It looks pretty nice in my opinion. A lot of people are saying that they miss the old one, but I think we will come to get used to this one pretty quickly. There's better functionality and, of course, the best update of all, emojis. Yes, we have emojis, including cool sunglasses looking guy, poop emoji, and even platinum emojis. So I'm sure people will find some interesting functionality with the emojis. I, for one, am absolutely loving the emojis and using them mostly ironically, but it is still a welcome addition to the game. There have also been lighting improvements across the board in Warframe to hopefully balance out the lighting in missions, because sometimes you'd find places to be extraordinarily dark, sometimes places are just way too bright. They're looking to balance that out across the game. Now we also have an Interception Ai improvement, which is very nice. The enemies will now have better player and objective tracking. Previously, sometimes enemies would just run blindly up to the objective and pay no attention to you. Other times they would pay 100% attention to you and completely ignore the objective. Now it seems like there is more of a balance between them, and certain enemies that can't hack the objectives will not go up to the objectives like they're trying to hack them anymore, which is nice as well. So hopefully Interception will be a little more enjoyable now that that update is out. We've also got several changes to Conclave and some additions into it. Now I'm not too big into Conclave, but I will talk about a few things. There is a new map. There also is a new feature called rank conditioning, which allows low-level Conclave players to play with only low-level Conclave players to make it kind of easier to get into the PvP. They've also added some new mods, more weapons and warframes that you can use in Conclave, and some new weapon skins in the Conclave Syndicate Reputation store. So pretty great for all you people who love Conclave. This is going to be a very welcome addition for you. They've also made the Ark Wing Quest a lot easier for newer players. They optimized the final mission you need to do and changed the crafting requirements needed for the Odonata itself. Instead of an Orican cell, you now only need 3 control modules. For the wings, instead of a neural sensor, you need a neurode. And for the systems, instead of 500 plastids, you need 300 circuits. So this should make it a lot easier for newer players to get the Ark Wing. Oh, and also the main blueprints crafting time was reduced to only 12 hours. So, like I said, new players will definitely love this update. It'll make it a lot more of a smooth transition into Ark Wing. There were also a lot of changes to Warframe resistance and immunity. I can't go over all of them because truly there were a ton, so go check out the update notes if you'd like to see more specifics on that. A few more general updates. You can now actually keep parts of your inventory when you crash or disconnect from a mission, such as the host leaves, it goes to migrate but it can't find a new host, so the mission, kicks you all out. You'll actually be able to keep part of your inventory, which is super nice. I can't tell you how many times I've been halfway through a mission and I get disconnected with nothing to show for it. It's pretty horrible, so that's really nice. An update to the relays now. There are several instances, especially when there are tons of players in the relay. You can choose from these different instances, which makes it a lot easier to find the people you're looking for. Before you could choose which instance to go into, you'd try to meet up at the relay with a buddy, and you just have to keep going in until you actually get matched up in the same instance, so that's really nice. There are a few changes to the Stalker, which is very welcome. He will no longer invade you if you're using a Warframe that is under rank 10. This will alleviate the pain that all of us players have felt when we try to level up a Warframe, and Stalker just so happens to invade when you put on your unranked Warframe. No longer will that happen, and also his blueprint drop chance was increased to 50%. So hopefully no more killing Stalker 10 times and not getting anything from him. Yeah, so an update to the minimap as well. If you have the enemy sense mod or something that can show enemies on the minimap, it will actually give you more of a sense of direction as to where the enemies are facing and their status of alert, whether they're alerted, they're not alerted at all, or they're on full alert. And there are also various fixes around the game to fix up a few bugs and other things. So that is update 18.5, a ton of good stuff. I'm going to be putting out several videos over the next probably week or so covering specifics about certain parts of this update, and in my opinion this is a very welcome update, one of the best updates I've seen in the recent history of Warframe. So anyways, thanks for watching the video guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating down below and subscribe to see some more videos in the future. If you'd like updates on videos and other strange posts, make sure to follow me on my Facebook and Twitter at GuidesForUsAll, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.